In 1987, at 38 years of age, George Foreman returned to the ring to fight once again.
He's still George Foreman. He still has that unbelievable punching power.
Sikorsky hasn't fought the top of the heavyweight division. He's not been knocked out.
Just 3 months after losing the Holyfield rematch, Dwight Muhammad Qawi was offered on short notice the chance to fight George Foreman on March 19, 1988 at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas.
Well, my name says it all. I'm Qawi. You know, I'm strong.
Qawi accepted and boxed the much bigger former and future heavyweight champion Foreman, who was coming off 7 straight wins.
Tyson and those guys were literally becoming more and more afraid of me.
Bad idea. And there's an overhand right by Qawi. He saw the Guido Trani fight, and I'll tell you, Guido Trani was at Foreman.
Qawi landed a good overhand.
Who usually has kind of a hands-off policy about it. And of course, the uppercut you would expect to see from George Foreman. And there's the jab from Foreman.
No, he's not snapping that jab, Al.
Good right.
Qawi, standing a hair over 5 feet 6, came in at a hefty 222 pounds, yet he managed to whack Foreman with a number of overhand rights to the head.
Weapons, he just missed with them there.
You know, you mentioned the fact that the Qawi is thick around the middle. Actually, he's got no body to hit.
That's true. It looks like just about any time.
I don't think he doesn't have a good left hook behind that right hand.
George Foreman looks ponderous and slow right now, and he's taking right hands to the head. And that one shook him. Body shot by Foreman. But he's landed. There's the right and the left by Foreman. Hey, guess what? It did not come. It hasn't been a glittering group that he's beaten.
Foreman began working Qawi's body in the second round, landing thunderous shots to the shoulders and outer ribcage, and finally let his hands go with a series of combinations which rattled Dwight badly.
The Dwight Muhammad Qawi that was so skilled as a light has very tough to hit. Right now he's getting nailed by Foreman. And it's taking its toll. I would think has been nailed with some big right hands. Lands his own hook. It's a pretty slow Foreman as well.
That's what he should be using. Good left hook by Qawi. And another good left hook. Foreman pushes him off on a right hand and another right hand.
George Qawi with the jab that lands.
And Qawi is talking to him.
The ropes.
What they should be telling him to do is jab at Qawi's chest. He's not going to miss him if he hits him on the chest, and he's going to knock him off balance where he can throw a couple of combinations.
Right hand by Qawi, and then woke up Foreman a little, but he doesn't back up. He keeps coming. Throws a bizarre right hand to the back of. Oh, there goes something.
Foreman loaded up with a wildly looping right hand which caught Qawi in the kidneys and appeared to aid Dwight's delayed reaction descent to the canvas.
Well, Foreman just nailed him with a pretty good right hand.
It was not called a knockdown, apparently. There was no 8 count.
So with Qawi on the deck, he should have at least given us some kind of an. And now Qawi is.
Foreman under the microscope to be sure. People looking at what he has. Qawi in a bad spot for him in that corner. Lands some rights. Big shots just like the second round. There it is again, the right hand.
Best punch is still that left jab, but he's not using it. Big left hook by Qawi.
There's the jab. Uppercut by Qawi. And so what has been landed in this round primarily has been landed by Qawi.
George is starting to gasp for air, Al.
Right hand by George Foreman that does very little damage to Qawi.
15 rounds with a guy like an Evander Holyfield. He has abilities.
Oh yes, he definitely does. There's no question about that. Now he was hit with
one of the greatest, if not the greatest.
Who won the title, interestingly enough.
Good right hand by.
And they go 10 rounds. Find out. They're in the 5th right now.
He's really very tired now. He's letting it all hang out.
Well, presumably he's mad about it.
Well, we mentioned before the fight that
Qawi hit the 235-pound Foreman with his best punches, both lefts and rights, and failed to budge the old man.
Punches. They're not, as you said, Al, they're not the kind of punches that can put the lights out with
same George Foreman 10 years ago. George is having a pretty good fifth round, however, from a scoring standpoint.
I'm waiting for Qawi. There it is. I was waiting for Qawi to come up with that sneak left hook counter.
And he got the right
And he
in
did.
after it. And the uppercut. And so Dwight Muhammad Qawi explodes a bit here in the fifth round. Foreman with his own uppercut.
Good, that was about as much snap as I've seen George have on a punch tonight. A little left hook.
Qawi landing a couple of...
George just kept coming and coming, as ponderous as he was.
George is looking to find it. You can throw some milk bombs downstairs.
He's really not trying to hit the body. A question about that. He's having a good sixth round.
And he got nailed.
Qawi lands a short right hand. Another hook by Qawi. Decision here if this fight keeps going and start talking about who's landing more punches.
Well, if this fight continues this way, I think we're going to see a very controversial
Decision written all over it. Right hand.
Foreman began finding his range in the sixth round when he staggered Qawi with a left uppercut, and then knocked him into the ropes seconds later with a right hand.
Motions is still every 10 or 12 seconds. There's 22 seconds left in round 6, and that left hook did hurt him. That's a knockdown because no, it isn't. It should have been. He went against the ropes.
Against the ropes, right. That's good.
The right hand gets there by Foreman. There's the uppercut, and that right hand pushes Qawi back.
Qawi managed to last the sixth, but Foreman began scoring at will in the seventh round before the final combination caused Qawi to throw in the towel.
That didn't really hurt Qawi. I think Qawi wants to quit. That's it.
I said out, we had to build it by this round, which he did not have.
Well, it's an unsatisfactory ending to be sure from all standpoints.
I really didn't want to get out there and get a first round knockout. That's what I was trying to avoid. I wanted to use my left jab, see how I could do against shorter guys who have good overhand rights. The heavyweight champion of the world fights like that.
Winner by a TKO, former heavyweight champion George Foreman.
After 24 victories, 23 knockouts, Foreman earned him a match against Evander Holyfield, fighting for the WBC, WBA, and IBF world titles.
And Foreman comes back. Back and forth action here.
Despite a valiant display, at the age of 42, Foreman was defeated by way of unanimous decision.